next time you meet me in Gate City. Oh, Cody Pope. I know Cody Pope.
Our friend is Cody, and we not having a good day.
Smack dab in the middle of all that. That was beautifully said. And I love that you said when you have a microphone in your hand.
And we were able to do it.
Oh, showing up.
Yo, what up, bro? How's everybody doing? I hope we are in for a great night tonight. I know we've had a little bit of a hiatus here the last couple weeks, so I'm excited to be back rocking with you guys. As always, if you are tuned in on Facebook, do us a favor and drop a comment and share the live stream for us to your feed. And if you're watching from YouTube, which hopefully that's where you're watching from, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, drop us a comment, and let us know what city and state you're watching from. With that said, welcome back, welcome home, welcome for the first time, blah, blah, blah. Every time we do one of these, it's a little bit different and a little bit unique, so we always have a special guest and a really cool conversation for you guys. As we always mention, once the interview portion of the program starts, you guys are allowed to drop Q&A in the comments, and we're going to pick our favorite ones. We'll throw your questions on screen and get them answered. So like I was just saying, I appreciate everything. Appreciate everybody coming back after a little multi-week hiatus. There's been a lot of moving parts happening. Some things still in motion, of course. So with everything going on, I just really wasn't in the headspace to do the show. And figuring out, as you can tell, I'm in a little bit of a different space doing the show for the first time. So a lot of new things happening. Luckily, I had tonight's episode scheduled for a long time, and it's with a dear friend of mine. So that really helped get my ass in gear and kind of get the show back on track and get some new things plugged in. So we're going to talk a little more on that soon, but I'm excited to make things happen. And yeah, like we said, if you're watching from Facebook, share this and help us spread the word. And if you're watching from YouTube, drop a comment, let us know what's good. This week's episode is not sponsored because obviously I haven't been on my game trying to do that kind of thing. But if you are interested in sponsoring the show, if you have a podcast of your own you want to plug, if you have a show coming up you want to plug, a service, your art, your small business, whatever it is, I'm always open to using the platform to promote stuff and do it for a super affordable rate. So here's a quick little bit on how you can do that.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is go to hellhoundpublishing.com. Go to the menu, go find Cody Central, our show. Then you're going to scroll down and you're going to see a bunch of different donation options. Each one will have some really cool stuff that you get. Go to checkout, tell me what you want me to promote, cash out, simple as that.
So just like that, let me plug your stuff on the show. We're going to get into some of our of the weeks. It's been a little while, obviously, since I took a couple weeks off, so I'm excited to talk about some of my favorite stuff that I've got into. As you guys can see in the banner, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, all that stuff, help us spread the word. First things first is I'm going to do music of the week. I have a couple for this one, so I kind of just did a little tidbit about each one. So the first one that I chose is Mad Raps, the new 2-song EP from Rhapsody and Madlib. This 2-song EP from one of the absolute icons of hip-hop production, Madlib, and the oft-slept-upon lyrical and stylistically disciplined MC Rhapsody, was quite the listening treat. Rhapsody is dropping extremely heavy, hard lyricism, discussing real-life shit, and going no holds barred. With only 2 songs on this so far, I'm really anticipating what is still to come, and needless to say, this was a pleasant surprise when it popped up on my radar. Next album I'm going to cover is No One Was Driving the Car, the new album from La Dispute that just came out. So if you've been following the show for a while, you may remember that I covered a couple of the first few singles that were released from the album when they dropped them over the summer. So it only made sense to kind of cover the full project when it came back to the release time. I really feel like the album lives up to and far exceeds expectations. Even just like the opening track has this like really raw, volatile feel. It's really hard to not like get goosebumps from it. I feel like as fans have come to expect, storytelling devices are unique. They're really thoughtful, and just like the level of vulnerability is really deep, wide, and reflective. I definitely think I'll be going back to that one a lot because there's a lot to take in there. That one is No One Was Driving the Car from La Dispute. The last one I want to talk about for Music of the Week, and you'll get why I had to mention this, is the new EP from Brady Watt. It's called Live Free or Die. Just came out the other day. And so I had to cover this because Brady is somebody from my hometown of Nashua, New Hampshire, who has exemplified overcoming the obstacles and whatnot to really like forge his own path in the creative arts. That's really just unique to him, and I think far beyond what any of us would have imagined, frankly. Through the years, he's played bass alongside DJ Premier, Talib Kweli, Warren G, OAR, and a ton of groups, and that's how he's like made his living. And recently he began releasing his own like songwriter works and getting other musicians to collab with him and whatnot. And just recently he released an EP that obviously, like I said, is called Live Free or Die. And it's a really cool body of work. It's really different from what you would expect from hearing the records that he plays on with like a lot of the hip hop artists and stuff like that. But it really exemplifies like a level of songwriting that's like super impressive. And I think if you have a taste for that, I wish I had a better way to say this, but if you have a taste for like the mainstream alternative rock, like stuff that you would hear on like rock radio, it has that kind of vibe to it. It's very catchy, very incredibly well produced. The musicianship and songwriting is obviously crazy. So it's just really cool to see somebody like Brady take it as far as he did. So if you get a chance, check that out as well. That's the Live Free or Die EP, available everywhere now. So that was Music of the Week. You guys gotta drop a comment. Shout out to Ryan in the comments. Let us know what you guys have been listening to too. Obviously I have pretty peculiar taste, so find things all different ways, but let us know in the comments what you guys have been listening to as well. I'm going to get into Movie of the Week next, but I just wanted to plug some upcoming shows that I got coming up before we do the weekly event run. So check this out for me real quick.
Then I stopped too late. How could I be so selfish? Do this lost under the state, take inventory of dead ends. I miss whom I can't memories of my dead friends. It's my soul on the record, like removing the mask. Brain connected, feel electric, intermeshing spacecrafts. Then I opened up and I looked again, saw the sound like it's the base of my friend. Lost some gems, I'm bound to lose some more. You got the prescription, you got me fixing. There's a lot you've been missing since I felt this lot that you slipped in his way. This got me crawling. Not perfect, not even close to alright. If you're with me, let me hear you say alright. I'm all about my name, yo.
Thank you guys for checking that out. I just got sick of watching the same Giant Steps video that we were playing for a while, so had to do something new. But got a couple shows coming up, some stuff I'm really excited about. If you guys caught that, I'll go over it when we get into the event stuff. But got a really cool Unplugged show coming up this month I'm excited to talk to you guys about. But before we do all that, let's do movie of the week real quick. This is an interesting one. So my movie of the week is The Player. It's directed by Robert Altman, came out in 1992. So totally biased. This was already one of my favorite movies, seen it dozens of times, but I had the pleasure of seeing this movie in theaters for the first time. Where I live, I got to go to the historic Wilton Town Hall Theater, which is this like old repertory theater that's been there since the early 1900s, and it was honestly a perfect way to experience this movie. Classic cinema, vintage concessions, leading into one of the best movies about Hollywood in general. I've seen this countless times, but getting to experience it in a movie theater with other people, hearing everybody kind of like laugh or react to what's going on, it just completely changed the nuance of how you appreciate the movie. And the cinematography is just different, seeing it up in projection like that. I'm really grateful that I got to see it at a theater of this kind of like size and capacity. And it just took one of my favorite movies and like really, really bumped it up. I actually did write about it in Letterboxd too, just because I thought that it was worth commenting on the experience. And so if you guys are into the movie stuff, you know that we obviously go a lot more in depth over on Letterboxd and the Hellhound Film Club podcast, which is going to be coming back soon. But with that said, if you want to learn more about the movie reviews and all that, check out Letterboxd, and here is a little thing about that. So let me know what movies you guys have been watching lately. I don't know if any of you guys picked anything up in the Criterion sale this summer, but I know there's a couple of you guys out there that are always waiting for that. So you'll have to let me know what kind of stuff you guys picked up. Let me jump into the event listings real quick before we get to the feature of the night. As always, as I let you guys know, if you've got a show coming up, if you've got an event, a pop-up, whatever it is, if it's something that I would love to be at or that I think is really cool, just shoot me an email at codycentralshow@gmail.com. Send me the flyer, send me the info, and I will plug it on the show. It still baffles me how few people submit stuff to have their show covered. And yeah, I'm just trying to get people to come out to your events. So before we run into that real quick, I'm gonna throw our ticket giveaway question for this week. As I mentioned, I've got an unplugged show that's going to be September 27th in Nashua, New Hampshire. So what I'm going to do is the first person to comment the correct answer to the following question will get a free ticket to the Unplugged Acoustic Show on Saturday, September 27th. The question is, referenced in certain interviews of mine throughout my music career, I've referenced the show that really inspired me to do this performance. What is the band that played the set of the most inspiring unplugged performance for me? First person that drops that band in the comments, I will give you a free pair of tickets to that show. And with that said, let's run through some events. Every Sunday is Rap Night Manchester at the Shaskeen. Open ciphers and artist showcases, $5 and 21 plus. And every Thursday is the Laugh Attic at Strange Brew in Manchester, New Hampshire, hosted by previous Cody Central guest Danny P. Comedy open mic showcase and features from acts from all over the place. And a few shows coming up. This Wednesday, September 17th, the notably reclusive yet stellar Billy Woods is going to be doing a show at Brighton Music Hall. Thursday, September 18th, is PowerPoint List, presented by comedian Trisha Keeley. It's an audio-visual presentation of your favorite software. A bunch of comedians are going to be using PowerPoint to do their jokes, and it's a free show that's going on at the Nashua Public Library. That's this Thursday. It's called PowerPoint List at the NPL Theater downstairs. Also this Thursday, late 80s New Jersey punk icons Bouncing Souls are going to be at Royale in Boston. Sunday, September 21st, Boston Hardcore all day, every day with a wild free 18-plus show featuring Opposition, Can't Lose, and Search Warrant at the Middle East Corner. Also, Sunday, September 21st, is the Stop Making Sense 4K re-release screening. That's going down at the Cabot Theater in Beverly. They're going to be screening the 4K of the movie, followed by a live Q&A with Talking Heads guitarist Jerry Harrison. Thursday, September 25th, Iggy Pop and the Sex Pistols are going to be at the stage at Suffolk Downs.
That got moved.
It did?
That is at Roadrunner.
I kind of dig that.
Yeah, me too.
I like that. Friday, September 26th, New York hardcore legends Cro-Mags are going to be at Taffeta Music Hall. Saturday, September 27th, is Punk in the Park at the Palladium Outdoors in Worcester, Massachusetts, featuring Bad Religion, Pennywise, Comeback Kid, Face to Face, and more. Also on Saturday, 27th, as I mentioned, Cody Pope and the Keyholders Unplugged live at the Spot, 217 Main Street, Nashua, New Hampshire. Saturday, October 4th, Life of Agony 30-year anniversary show at Wally's at Hampton Beach featuring Josta. Saturday, October 11th, the artist Graves will be at the Spot in Nashua, New Hampshire. Sunday, October 12th, Blueprint will be at Rap Night Manchester at the Shaskeen. Monday, October 13th, Blueprint featuring myself will both be at Flask Lounge in Portland, Maine. That's Monday, October 13th. Wednesday, October 15th, Benny the Butcher from Griselda Records is going to be at Big Night Live in Boston. Also on Wednesday, October 15th, 90s emo and indie rock giants Modest Mouse are going to take the stage at MGM Music Hall at Fenway Park. Saturday, October 18th is Al Baril Day at Roadrunner in Boston, Mass. They're going to be doing the band announcements soon for that. Saturday, October 18th and Sunday, October 19th is the 6th annual Punktoberfest at Thirsty First in Lowell. Thursday, November 6th, GBH is going to be at Brighton Music Hall in Alston. Friday, November 7th, Massachusetts thrash stalwarts Drive-By Bukkake are celebrating 20 years of exploding in people's faces and ears with a stacked anniversary show at Taffeta Music Hall in Lowell alongside The Summoned, Chained to the Dead, Billy, and Graviton. You can get tickets for that now. That's going to be at Taffeta Music Hall in Lowell, Mass. Sunday, November 9th, award-winning 90s R&B sensation Macy Gray celebrates the 25th anniversary of her album On How Life Is, performing at the Nashua Center for the Arts in downtown Nashua, New Hampshire. Saturday, November 15th, 90s post-punk stalwarts Hot Water Music will be doing a special performance at Wally's, Hampton Beach. Sunday, November 16th, Greg Ginn, the oft-controversial guitarist and songwriter for legendary punk icons Black Flag, returns with a new iteration of the band, featuring its youngest lineup of musicians to date, bringing a new style to a classic catalog of one of punk's most important bands at Taffeta Music Hall as well. Oh, that was tough.
Yeah, it's tough to see that even existing, but
yeah. Tuesday, November 18th, vocal and songwriting neo-soul R&B icon Erykah Badu celebrates 25 years of her landmark album Mama's Gun with a special performance at Fenway Park in Boston. Saturday, December 6th, the 30th anniversary of two of hip-hop's most influential and iconic acts, Raekwon of Wu-Tang Clan and Mobb Deep, will be doing a celebration tour that stops at the House of Blues in Boston. Also that day, Saturday, December 6th, celebrating the 70th birthday of New York hardcore legend Vinny Stigma, Agnostic Front have put together a night to remember at Irving Plaza featuring Raw Brigade and Violent Way. Saturday, December 6th, 90s alternative rock band known for hits including the song High, Jimmy's Chicken Shack make their way to Taffeta Music Hall in Lowell, Mass.
you will see me there if you go.
I think I'm going to be there too, honestly. Friday, December 12th, staunchly hilarious, self-deprecating stand-up comedian Jeffrey Osmus is going to be at the Laugh Boston. Saturday, December 13th, the crazy yearly festival, formerly the Every Time I Die holiday show, Blissmas 25, this year featuring Glassjaw, Saves the Day, Terror, Onyx, Haywire, and more at Buffalo River Works in Buffalo. And lastly, most importantly, Saturday, December 13th, I'm ecstatic to announce the return of Hellhound for the holidays. We're going to have a stacked lineup of musicians, great vendors. We're going to have 2 different holiday photo booths set up. And this year we're implementing a toy drive as well. We're going to be collecting brand new toys and unwrapped gifts to donate to one of the local area charities around here to make sure that kids and families that we're going to have a shitty holiday, we can hopefully make it a lot better for them. We're going to have artist announcements and all sorts of stuff for that soon. But if you want to support the cause and get involved, I can tell you that I will be there performing a special set that night, and tickets are now available, and you can get them at cody-pope.com. With that said, I'm excited to get into this episode. Tonight, I'm joined by a longtime friend of mine, a multi-decade veteran of the New England metal and hardcore scene, with her band Drive-By Bukkake celebrating their 20-year anniversary soon. This was the perfect occasion to just catch up, talk shop, and let people know what's in store for the DBB Insanity bound ahead. Please drop all your applause in the comments and welcome my friend,
Jane Aubrey.
Hello. It's crazy hearing you run down that list of bands that have anniversaries coming up, and then ours is also there, like 5 years less than Erykah Badu.
That's exactly.
Also, 10 years into LOA we started too. That's crazy as well.
Because it felt like all those groups were around for
entire life.
Yeah, exactly. Just mind blowing, honestly.
The ones you never expect to stick around are the ones that are around for 20 years. You told me 19 years ago that we'd be doing Drive-By 20. I'd be like, I can't believe we're doing Drive-By 10.
Seriously. And speaking of that, so obviously, as you guys know, now that the chat is officially open, the talk is going on. You guys can drop your questions in the comments, and we will pull up our favorite ones on screen. Most importantly, on the banner, you can see all of Jane's different links, as well as the link to get tickets to the Drive-By Bukkake 20-year anniversary show, which you can get tickets now at dbbthrash.com/20.
Yeah, definitely do that. I don't know if you heard the other bands that are playing at the same place that we booked for our show, but they're more notoriety than we are. So it's a little stressful, but it's a big room. We've done well there before, though.
I think it's gonna. This is like a historic moment. You know what I mean? Like,
it's true.
Even as like 2 shitty hardcore kids, like how many bands did we see get to 20?
None. Of our friends.
Yeah.
Dysentery's been around for like 25 years, probably a little bit longer. But I mean, they had 4 or 5 different iterations of that. I mean, I can't think of any bands that were like in our peer list that stuck around that long.
Yeah.
Some of them fucking wild.
Yeah, some of them broke up and then came back and decided to do stuff. But it's like, how many of them stayed active?
Well, we only lost 1 member.
Yeah,
we added 1, but we've had 5 members total.
Man, that's wild.
Which is insane as well. I mean, I've known Bry since I was 6, so
that's so crazy.
We can't boot each other from the band. Though I'm sure he's wanted to boot me more than once. Fucking Quebec. Long time ago.
I also have been booted from bands, so I know the feeling.
I've only been kicked out of 1 band, and like I felt like I was sticking around to like help them out. They're like, okay, I guess.
Same. I think I've been kicked out of 1 band as well, and it ultimately ended up being okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else, but like no. Yeah, there's a bunch of people who I don't talk to anymore either. So
right,
and
it's better.
It's almost like not missing much.
No, definitely one of them can go fuck themselves. But
oh gosh, yeah. It's
sorry guys. Oh, Ryan said we're in stereo. Hopefully that sounds cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
I went to go get my sweatshirt and I took the whole mic stand with me. But
Lemmy wouldn't be buying this album from Best Buy.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's a reference just for me. I just realized.
It's funny because not only were the bands. It's funny. I don't know why it made me think of this, but like like person that you said could fuck off, and I'm like, yeah, a lot of the people that like helped me get into hardcore and like bring me places like turned out to suck.
A lot.
Not all, but definitely
the
like
ones that I got close to, I had a pretty good sense of who was good and who was bad.
Yeah.
Like who was like most of the people that ended up really sucking, I didn't have a whole lot of a relationship with them. I mean, there's a couple people that like, I mean, I might have to argue about it, but like most of the shitheads that we're talking about, like that we can look each other in the eye and know that we're talking about, I was never really super duper close with, save for one or two.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know, God, Dave Buse. Like I never kept up with that fucking chode.
Yeah, I'm sure we're not missing much there.
He's supposed to have a rap album coming out.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I don't know if that was supposed to be. Actually, I might not stop talking about that.
I won't stand for that. That's wild.
I don't think it's up to you, babe. He does what he wants.
I know, that's just blasphemous.
I love that band came back without him.
Oh, yeah, highly worth celebrating.
Yes.
Yeah, not wrong.
There never is. No, it was the last time I ever went to Kegler's Den, it was for some reason we talked about him a lot. It was the first time I'd talked about him really since I would go hang out at his house in Lowell, but it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
But I guess we don't really need to be talking shit about people that no one gives a fuck about right now. Like their life is their life. They're gonna be I don't know. I can't imagine stuff's gonna be going great for him. All those Jesus people always tend to end up being goofs.
Yeah. Oh man. It's funny. You know what? It's funny that you brought this up because not to like make it a me thing, but obviously, as I mentioned, I just started playing with a backing band sometimes too.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot of it's a group of guys who like play in other bands, but like didn't come from hardcore and shit like that. So for the idea of me like playing instruments and stuff like that is like kind of foreign at first until it's like, oh, can I like get on your drum kit and mess around, or like let me like play. And they're like, dude, they're like, you know how to do it, and I'm like, yeah, it's like I can mess my way through something.
I mean, don't let me touch your drum set, but unless like you want to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think I'm doing really well too. That's the other thing. Well, also like, I never really planned on being in metal bands ever.
Yeah.
Like I was always kind of like, I liked punk and I liked hardcore, but like I liked metal sort of on the side. It was like one of my novelties. And then fucking now I just play with metal musicians and they can all like fucking play. Like everyone that I play with is proficient at the instrument that they play, and I'm just hacking along the entire time. It's really crazy.
It's all right. So it's funny you say that because that does kind of tie into my like first question.
Okay.
So I literally said when we first met, we were obviously a lot younger. I know myself. I was probably I think
like 16 when we met.
I was a little younger than that because I was 15 when I was in Break Loose and Shoot Your Wounded.
Okay. Jesus Christ, really?
Yeah. So
funny enough, I got kicked out of Shoot Your Wounded right around the time I turned 16.
Okay. Yeah. You were a little old for the singer. Because that person would do that.
I know. When we first met, you had already been doing music for a few years, and the thing I knew you for was Roger Carroll Trustee.
This is true.
Do you remember like how old you were when you either first started playing music or when you just realized that you were going to always be playing music?
I never thought. So I think 17 is when we started doing RCT. I know that I turned 18 during a practice because we walked to Jadon's, shout out Jadon's, and I bought cigars and pornography. So like he was 16 or 17 when we started it, and like I knew, I guess I've come a long way playing guitar. Like I didn't really know what I was doing. I mean, none of us knew what we were doing. I guess kind of like I thought it would be cool to be in a band for a little bit because it was just something I never thought I was going to be able to do.
Yeah.
In retrospect. So yeah, that was with Matt Jones, who I've known since I was like 13 or something like that. Still talk to him every day. Shout out Matt Jones.
I love Matt.
I love Matt Jones. Matt Jones is great. God, I love Matt Jones for real.
Yeah.
And my brother was in it for a little while. You know who the guitar player Bruce came to a drive-by show in January.
That's
I hadn't seen him in like probably 15 or 20 years.
Yeah.
Almost 20 years I hadn't seen him. And he, like, oh, no shit.
Do you remember Keith Peacock?
He was a guitar player too. He used to work at Hudson News. He was like the guy that worked at Hudson News. But I think he was a friend of Johnny Cured and James Monis.
Okay, that's why I wouldn't know.
Okay. That kid, he played in like one of the earlier like iterations of Me Versus Me.
Okay.
And after that, before I think.
Oh no shit.
With I think it because at one point I didn't.
No one was before me. I thought it was me and you. Like that were the beginning of it.
Because at one point, James Monis and Johnny Cure were trying to like make it a thing, and so I was like
relegated to guitar. So I thought that was before. I thought we like took it back.
Maybe that's true. James Monis, shout out Alistair Swotek.
Yeah, but man, it's funny when you said buying cigars, you made me think about going to Hudson News. I was buying those Kahlua outside cigars.
Yeah, I would get the Capones there. Ooh, this is some fucking New Hampshire towny bullshit.
Literally. So
obviously, as we've kind of tapped into through the years, you've played in punk bands, hardcore bands, metalcore bands, thrash bands, odd ball shit once in a while. Obviously, you love just playing music, but is there like one genre that you kind of feel like is either had the most impact on you or just like your favorite shows to be a part of?
Oh, it's hard. Sure. Like, for some reason, I just could never get hardcore bands to stick after Kings, which is a hilarious band name in retrospect. But like, truthfully, I snuck a hardcore record into the Drive-By Pantheon for the last one, but no one really believes me when I say that. But I usually go to hardcore shows. I'm friends with most of my friends group is in metal now, so I will go to a lot of metal shows. And like truthfully, I don't really watch all the bands.
Yeah,
a lot of it's the same to me.
Yeah, I like metal, but it's definitely. And I don't want to say this like in a fucked up way, but it's like the most formulaic of the heavy music subgenres. Like
it seems like there's a shortage of people that do it just because.
Yeah.
And like seems like there's an influx of people that do it just because with punk and hardcore, which sometimes causes its own problem. I don't see a lot of train wreck metal bands. But like you go, depending on what show you can see a train wreck hardcore band, and if you can see like a headlining train wreck punk band if you do it the right way. But it was always like Toxic Narcotic shows were the first shows I went to that were like kind of scary, like how like not like that they were violent, but like, it was
just. Different
it was good control, and I hadn't started going to like Tiger's Den shows at that point, or like hardcore proper shows. So like that was like the first, like they were essentially a grind band. To like, there's a lot of bleed over in what it is. Like I don't want to get into the minutia of all the subgenres.
No, that's
I think all the good metal bands are essentially punk bands. and all the hardcore bands are also essentially punk bands. So it's kind of like I'm not listening to fucking Dream Theater over here.
Yeah.
Agree. Man, that's funny. You just made me think about when you said something about going to. I thought about finesse records for some reason. Just like popped into my head, and started thinking about Hit the Deck.
Yeah,
that was one of the like early show. Yep, one of the early show memories I have is obviously nothing's changed, but super obsessed with Hammer Bros forever, and at this time, this was like me too. And I still have all the 7 inches at the studio, and so this was when they were still doing like 1 and 2 before like Basil and Josh and all of that era. But it was those, and I hadn't had the opportunity to go to a Hammer Bros show. I just like was obsessing through like MySpace and 7 inches and whatnot. But Hit the Deck had a show, and Jim was playing in that band. So I was like, all right, like let's go. My buddy had his license. We drove to somewhere in like near Providence, and it was like a basement show. And it was like just completely blind, like printed MapQuest directions to get there kind of shit. And I just remember like showing up at this house, like and being like, how do we even like get inside? Like it was just so intimidating. And then like once we got inside, it was like, I don't ever want to leave.
Basement show, even now, like I went to one Saturday. It's weird showing up, and I'm nervous going in.
Yeah.
Like, and I knew a million people that also like.
Now you're on somebody's ring camera when you go to a house show.
Well, I mean, these people, places that have basement shows don't have ring cameras, but they it's funny that you went there. You went to Providence to see a band that was like 12 miles from your house.
Literally.
I liked Hit the Deck was awesome. But they did Emerson, was it WEMS?
Yep, WERS Radio.
Yeah, not Nasty Habits, that was the metal one. Radio Beat.
Yep.
They did Radio Beat, and they covered like this. They covered Part of the Serenity by the Ramones, which is like not a deep cut, I guess, but like it's a interesting choice for a band to cover. I thought that was cool.
You know, it's funny. All right, it's funny that you brought that up, right?
Because nobody. So I'm sure you've probably seen some of them, but like I love doing the parody logo things, and a lot of times people don't catch them, so it's almost like it like sets me off a little bit. But one of my favorite Ramones albums, I had to do a parody of.
Yeah, it's halfway to sanity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I knew you would know right away.
That's what Partner Serenity was on.
That's what made me think of. That's why I had to show you, because it's like that. It's like not an album that comes up in conversations.
No,
like I'm like
Richie on it. It also has fucking like a legitimate hardcore song on it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Berserker covered that. It's terrible. You ever listen to that band?
No. I mean, I
they're
have,
terrible.
yeah, but yeah.
Sorry, shout out Berserker. They because that one has Bop Till You Drop on it.
Yep.
That one's got I'm Not Jesus. That's the hardcore song.
Yep.
Serenity. Fuck. I don't remember any of the other songs out there right now.
No.
I bought that record sealed at Vinyl Destination in Lowell in 05, and then I always like I'm gonna bring this home and listen to it.
Yeah, I'm not buying this for like a decoration.
Yeah, it was like ridiculously expensive. I sold it. Shout out Joel. I'll just shout out everyone.
Joel's supposed to be on the show. I don't know what happened, but no.
Joel's busy. He's got a pile of trash to go through. Find treasures. I'll get a tip from him. He got like I think it was a Too Cool WWF skateboard.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he finds some weird wrestling shit that I end up getting, like, and they're the best.
I love that.
Yeah, Joel rules.
Despite having played in like
a crazy number, not crazy. That's
I
not
think
fair.
so. I think
You have an expansive list of bands that you've contributed to in some
I think
capacity.
so, yeah.
Um,
Probably 6 or 7.
but through all of that, in the last 20 years, Drive-By has always been a constant, whether it was the year of an album release or even a quieter year in between record cycles. You guys were always seemingly active in some capacity. So I guess going back a bit in time, how did Drive-By initially come together?
So, Brian and I have known each other since we were 6. And it was like a lull in us seeing each other for a while. I mean, probably because like he's an adult and like I was kind of a mess for the first 30 years of my life. But like we were like not on break, but we didn't see each other that often. And then I found out that he was living near me, and I started kind of hanging out with him again. I could see his brother every once in a while, and he had. So Brian made it on his own. Brian made the first Drive-By record. There was with Fruity Loops, and the guitars were essentially distorted piano and vocals. And he had put it out. I'm like, this is actually kind of good.
Yeah.
And I would listen to it kind of a lot. And he had been talking to Sam about playing a show maybe. And he asked me if I wanted to record guitars for one day at his house. Like, yeah, I'll record guitars. And like that was supposed to be it. And then maybe play a show because he wanted to see it happen.
That's wild.
Yeah. So we played at shout out Greg Man.
Ooh, hell yeah.
We played at like a bonfire at his house, and that was like we had practice. We played. I was using a Squire Blood, and like that was kind of supposed to be it-ish, like. But then the Betrayed at that point kept playing. Sam was in that band. And they would always be looking for another band to play, like Drive-By to play. And then we just ended up playing a bunch of shows. Like, it wasn't the plan. It wasn't the record. Like, it was for our friends. It was kind of one of those ones where, like, 7 or 8 people that thought it was funny were into it. And then we started playing shows. We started playing shows without of the Betrayed or the Summoned. Like, Jesus, okay? Like, I guess we're doing this. And, like, we had done... God, it was probably... Oh, wait. So, like, 2 or 3 years in, we had... Let me readjust my ears. Bri and I decided we were going to do a full-length record. It was all programmed drums again. Because like Sam was great.
Yeah.
And like Sam, like I had a lot of fun playing with Sam. I still think that him and I could have an improv hardcore band and it would be pretty good.
He's definitely one of my favorites to watch. For
yeah. Sure. It's a shame he doesn't really play anymore because he doesn't play anymore. But we knew like his interest was temporary. He ended up playing in the band for like 10 years. But like, if we asked him to record an album, it would have been too much, probably. So we did it again with programmed drums. I know that I used a screwdriver for the trem arm.
I love that. That's incredible.
So like, after we ended up recording a real full length, then it's kind of like, oh, we're a real band now. Like we had merch. Like we had a lot of merch actually.
Dude, he's phenomenal when it comes to like branding and merchandising and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember I have like vivid memories of him and Steve being like the guys that were like, yo, you need a website, you need graphic design, da 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 da. And it was like
still does that.
I know.
Yeah.
But it was like, but back then it was like so few and far between. You know what I mean? Like for people that knew how to use Photoshop and shit like that. Like I can remember shout out to Geisel. I used to pay Geisel to do so. Like, can you make me a flyer? Can you design these shirts and help me get them printed? Can you like do an album cover? Like so many guys did that album cover for fugitives and refugees that I don't even think we used it. But like, it wasn't until I was probably in my 20s when I started finally learning Photoshop and all of these things that like I can remember at one point making flyers an Apple preview. And so it was like the thing that you used to look at pictures where you could add text and like do shit as long, but like you only had one shot to make it. So it was just like if a band dropped off or something changed, you had to remake the whole thing from scratch. Like, so I just always took so much note of like, damn, how did they like do all these clean looking banners and all this? Like that was just like so far beyond me at that time.
I was mostly self-taught too. I think Steve did go to he went to school for that. He's also, I don't know how much he does it anymore, but he was there.
Yeah.
The extent of my graphic design, I guess, in Japan was all like Scotch tape and Xerox. Like that's kind of I have a very little to do with the visual representation of any of the bands out there. Not just I don't have that.
Yeah.
I don't have it.
Well, it's nice if somebody has the vision. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody has a vision, it's like, hey, I'm down to like see your vision out. If I don't have one, like,
God bless these people that hear the nonsense that comes out of my mouth and try to translate it into a shirt or an album cover, or like any of this like bullshit that I'm just spouting off nonsense words, but I have a vision of it in my head. Like generally, everyone can kind of placate me enough. It's good. I've played with very talented people, especially in the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Like the people in my band, my other band, I'm in a band called Statistic too. And like the drummer's amazing. And Tim, the bass player and the singer, like he's the guy of that band, where like he'll have like a clear vision on something and can kind of make it happen, whether it be describing it to someone who's drawing the artwork or.
Is that the Tim that was in Hive Smasher?
No, the Tim that was in Hive Smasher is the bass player of Drive-By.
Oh shit! Okay.
Shout out Tim Bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I have two Tims.
Okay.
And they both play bass.
That's wild.
Two chain of so. Do you remember the band Composted?
That sounds super familiar.
So Composted, like they broke up, and me and Tim was the bass player, the last bass player for Composted, and Mike was the drummer. And Mike was in a few other bands. He was in like Bane of Existence and Terminator Born Ghost and like a bunch of. He's so good. He like shout out Mike. I knew I was going to do exactly that. I don't know why, but
perfect.
Yeah, I'm with very talented people outside of playing music, just all the other stuff. I'm very lucky as far as that's concerned.
We're
gonna be best friends, babe?
Yeah. Ghosty is happy that we're doing the pod here. She's like, finally, I've been waiting for this. She's like, where's my camera? Where do I look?
You know, hop up here.
For real. You have cameras A, B. We'll set up a third if we need to. The whole show's about you.
Exactly.
You're
gonna have to start speaking for interviewing though.
Yeah, true that.
There we go.
Might have to do a song, some like Jules Holland shit.
What do you feel like are some of the things that have contributed to Drive-By having such a long, stable tenure?
That's a good question.
Thanks, I wrote it.
Well, now I don't think it's very good. Dang. Brian's very patient. That is for sure. There were a lot of nonsense that would come from me for a while. I think that we were always interesting live for the most part. I mean, there's a few hiccups here and there, but we were always like, we always played well. Almost always played well. I can count a few on my hands that were embarrassing, but you play for 20 years, it's gonna happen.
Exactly.
But I just think we always like playing with each other. I mean, I've been friends with Brian forever. The current iteration, I love all of them. I mean, even like I love Sam.
Yeah.
Like we had fun playing, even though it wasn't his team game. But like, we just like playing with each other, and I think it's the closest thing. Once we started, specifically the last record, like we kind of play music that I like which is like sort of like a hybrid of like death metal and grindcore stuff, but hardcore.
Yeah.
Like it's got big old slams. It's got like two-step parts. It's got a lot of plastics too.
I love that. It really is so much fun. I still have to go to the Sepsistic show, but
yeah, well, hopefully we're playing again in a little while. There was a medical situation with the drummer, so we're working our way back up. We put out that EP. When was that? That was July, I think. Maybe June or July. We put out a 3-song EP that I think came up pretty well, actually. We recorded it ourselves, and Tim from House Smasher and Drive-By and Balanas and Goblet and a million bands and Rumham, Los Bandidos. I think I got most in the face. Okay.
Yeah, there's one we show to Enrique again.
Yeah, shout out to Enrique again. God, I love Enrique. But he mastered it, and like it came out pretty good. Hopefully we're playing again next year, because we also really I got ended up getting really close to both of them too.
Yeah.
So that's a common theme. Is I end up with bands with people that I don't really know super duper well, and then like I'm best friends with them forever.
I feel like it almost works better that way.
I think so.
I think having been in bands with like childhood friends and stuff like that, it's like easier to have bigger expectations of them, and it's easier to disagree very quickly. As we're a bunch of strangers, I feel like are a little more prone to like, all right, I should compromise somehow, but as long as you're willing to hear me.
Yeah. Well, like, I think I'm fun to play with too. Like, and I'm an interesting person to watch play live usually.
For sure.
In Drive-By, I will not shut the fuck up. And like I'm sure, except Sister won't shut the fuck up either, honestly. But like in Drive-By, I'm obnoxious. But like I think we're fun to watch now. Like we're a very good live band now.
Yeah.
That wasn't always the case, but now every time we play, if we're not playing last, I don't know what you're doing.
Ooh, let's go.
Yeah.
It's funny, dude. I have such fond memories of when you were living at the house that Bri had. I don't know if he's still there or not.
He was near Worcester.
I do a ton of driving for work, so I'll always end up in random ass places. And whenever I hit that intersection, there's like a Hanford right there that was like on the way, and there was a Chinese food spot that was open until like 4 a.m. back then, and we would have me versus me practice in the basement there. And my mind was always blown that you could get Chinese food till like 3 or 4 in the morning.
You're almost remembering that correctly. It wasn't Chinese food you get till 4. The Chinese food was China Maximum. That was So that wasn't open super duper late. G&G Quick Bite was open till 4.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, and then specifically after one of the Rocco shows that we played, we ended up. Actually, I think it was the one. Actually, no, it wasn't that one. That was me and okay. Sorry, I put a thing around for a second.
Oh gosh.
But one of the ones that we played, we went there after the show and got big fat chicken, extra large fat chicken.
Yeah.
Subs. Yeah, I was really fat and disgusting then too.
Me
As
too.
opposed to now when I'm fat and not disgusting.
Oh wow. Danny Pete said I sound like a drop D Adam 22.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean,
I don't hear that.
Oh man.
I would just hear it.
And to think I've been plugging the Laugh Attic every week. Shout out to Ryan who said you versus me the good old days. It really was, dude. Like that was
You shouldn't feel good. Oh, Jesus.
not shout out to Adam 22.
yeah, no shout out to Adam
I
22.
got him out of a poker tournament one time in Foxwoods. And shout out to Danny Tail.
Oh my God, Lord Isaac, let's go.
I got a scar head just press the house.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
He said takes me backsies.
Fucking, I've known Danny forever too. We never played shows, but I was in a band with him for a little bit. And it was fun. But then we just
He punched me in the balls once.
one time, guess what? You better get it in quick, or else you're not going to be able to give me payback.
Oh my God. We gotta be coming up
On like a 20 or 25 year Death Without Weeping anniversary show, right?
Yeah, let's have a Roy Rage comeback. So
Yes.
Cynthia get canceled.
Yeah.
Roy Rage at the Laugh Attic 2026.
I can't wait to see a land go headline that says 5 dead in the Delta. Davey, stop. No.
Oh my God.
I used to call Keenan and he told me to stop because I was doing it late. He said, let an old man sleep one time. I'm like, all right.
No.
All right, trash man.
You know what's funny is I'm gonna have to check. Do you know if my CD book is like in reach? Oh. I'm 97.8% certain that I still have the King's demo.
The one with the bear on it or the one with Jerry King Lawler on it? They're both the same record. I don't know how it turned into two different things. But
Right. I think I must have a Jerry Lawler one, but it's like a CDR
yeah,
that like somebody wrote on.
me. That's me. That's so. If you have the so I definitely made that in Photoshop actually, and it is bad. It gets hilarious. It's just a picture of Jerry Lawler with a bunch of crowns on it. Because, kings.
Incredible.
Yeah, that was probably, I think that was my last hardcore band.
Yeah. That was like, what, 2006?
Yeah, we played up until 07, 08.
Oh, okay.
We played it again. Oh, there was a Kings reunion that no one gave a fuck about. You played it. It was at that community center in Concord. Where the one where Drive-By played, everyone threw the ball, dodgeballs.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I forgot. Was it Concord?
It was in Concord. I think it was the last Flesh and Blood show. I threw a chair to pile up because me and Matt Jones drank a bunch of liquor.
He said, sponsored by Christopher's, sponsored by The Lot. If you only knew the proximity in which we were.
I saw it a lot earlier.
Straight up. Yeah, I see The Lot every day.
Yeah.
I'm the only one still there.
This is in Nashua?
Yep.
That's not true.
Dude, I can remember
As a young child, my sister was my elder, obviously, and so she used to tell me that I wasn't allowed to go to The Lot. She'd be like, "No, I'm meeting people there. Don't go there." And I would be like, "But that's where everybody is." Like,
and it was like I just really thought it was such a privilege to park in this parking lot and sit there and do absolutely
I don't
nothing.
think I ever
And,
hung out at The Lot.
Oh, brother, I did. As somebody with nowhere to go, that was my place to go.
I mean, I went to the mall, I guess, but
Oh,
I saw it from a mile away too.
yeah.
Okay, so you have the cover. I did that cover.
Yeah.
Oh, what a bunch of stupid bullshit.
2006 demo. Let's
Go.
Dude, and the best part is one of the things I hate when I talk to people, and obviously it's because of my biases, but like obviously we sell CDs at shows all the time and shit like that, and like the number of people that are like, I don't even have anything to listen to a CD on. I don't even know how you would do that. I'm like, I have a DVD player, a PlayStation, a laptop.
People still buy CDs.
Exactly. Oh my god, yeah. Like, dude, we've put out on Hellhound, we've put out 15 records, and I think we did most of them on CD, and only like 2 or 3 of them haven't sold out. And obviously that's like super low quantity shit. I'm not like flexing, but it was just like there's enough support to like get records in the black where it's like we could pay to have somebody mix and master it and not eat shit at the end of the day.
And like they're very inexpensive to make.
Yeah.
Now you can make 25 to just have in your merch table now too. Like, yeah. Fucking, that's my straight edge band.
Not only do I have this, I wish if we were at the studio, I'd bust them out. I think every 7-inch cover, all the parody covers. You guys did like the 10-yard fight parody covers and shit.
So somehow I ended up with all the records.
Yes, that must have been how I got them.
Well, yeah, I absolutely gave you one of each.
Yeah.
I threw away so many Slobberknocked and 20-1 records when I moved from.
I still have the Slobberknocked record. I've definitely pulled that out on a different podcast before.
Yeah. Shout out Harrison.
Yeah.
I think the reason I pulled that one out
on an episode is because I was talking about when they did the show at the Bird Street Skate Park and they just played it in the bowl.
Yeah.
That was like
they did it twice, and one of the times Jason played drums with Roman Candles.
I think that was the one I was there for.
Yeah.
And they were literally just throwing records like up onto the flat part, and so I just like grabbed one.
Yeah, no. So we put those together. I put that out, and then we put them together at 7C.
Oh, shout out 7C.
Not shout out 7C. Not 7C. So that 20-1 was my straight edge band. But I wasn't straight edge when I was in it. I was very, very drunk all the time.
Yeah, I know.
And the drummer Nick, shout out Grunt of it. I see, like, it wasn't a straight edge band. Like, bitch, there was a song called "Drug Free Till the Grave." Like, that's a straight edge band. I don't care.
Yeah.
And also, I was the only one that drank.
Oh man, grand times for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and now it's like I can't like look at this because it's like, oh,
I see the first Hammer Brothers record.
Yep. On Dogs.
Remember On Dogs?
That was Geisel and Jesse, right?
Yep. I was in the band for 2 practices. Okay, thank you very much. Another band that I was politely removed from for not being a qualified enough member.
Yeah, I mean that happens.
It happened to yeah. I guess that's probably why I ended up being a rapper ultimately.
It's hard to collaborate with people.
I think She Your Wounded probably predicted that I was going to end up being a rapper. They used to get so mad at me. I can remember like Davey like calling me out, be it like because of how I like dressed and like how I looked and shit like that. And I would suggest like, yo, we should do a 10-yard fight cover, and they'd be like, absolutely not. And I'd be like, oh, okay, very well then. Like,
yeah. God forbid a hardcore band do a hardcore cover.
Exactly.
You would think that would you do a 7-star cover.
Man, I don't know. Shout out 7-star. I love Brood of Vipers. If I'll put that on today, and steroids will just come out of me. I'll just turn into a
fucking Roman warrior or something.
That record is just something else.
He's a JP on dogs. Oh my gosh.
All right.
But close that so we're not looking at it.
Yeah.
We can just name old bands forever.
Do you remember?
Yeah, and I do, and I do. That's the thing.
Yeah. You got a sharp memory.
For some reason, I've killed so many brain cells where I remember who played most shows, and I remember what bands played them. It's like these dog shit bands that no one cares about. I searched on Discogs to find the Youth Liberation Front 7-inch.
I still have that.
I have both of them now.
Dude, I loved it. Oh, that was
definitely one of my favorite bands to play with. Shout out to Alex Gadberry. What a drummer.
Yeah, I saw him play with Shipwreck.
That's right, yeah.
2 years ago. Something like that. Hey, shout out Edgebreaker.
Yep.
Edgebreaker Alex Gadberry.
And it's funny,
We live in
honestly.
Edgebreaker here, by the way. Shout out Edgebreakers.
Youth Liberation Front definitely helped legitimize Break Loose because, as you remember, we were like, we were okay, but not.
I mean,
It was like
I don't think I was in that band all that long.
Looking back, it was like I feel like Break Loose was like the hardcore that you got on like a sampler. If somebody was like, check out, this is hardcore, like this is what it is.
Back
Like,
basics, Tom?
yeah, exactly.
Which is also how I got Rick to Life's number and Frank called it for about 3 years straight.
I could do a whole podcast on Rick to Life stories.
I mean, yeah. I just prank called him a lot. Like a real lot. If you when we're all done and you listen to the most recent Drive-By album and listen to the intro, and I bit the Break Loose intro so hard.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and I knew I was doing it when I did it too. Like, I'm
good. Somebody should.
I'm just gonna get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can call drifters to get our royalties from it.
God, I hope that dude's. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to say I have good memories of drifters, but I really don't.
Oh, I do.
Play at drifters?
Yep. Oh, for sure.
When did we play at drifters?
For Break Loose.
Yeah.
I
don't remember that at all. I mean, Kings and RCT did for sure.
Yeah, I know, and Sheer Wounded definitely did a couple times. But no, I'm certain that Break Loose did. I'm trying to remember like who we would have played with. Like
the only shows I remember playing with Break Loose were that one in Maine.
Well, was that Donnybrook and Colin of Radio?
No, it was after that one. It was a different one in Maine that nobody played.
That sounds about right.
And whatever one we played at the Brick House.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah.
I don't remember who else played it though. But that's all I remember.
I wish I could remember who we played with at Drifters.
I might not have been in the band at that point either.
That's possible.
Yeah.
Because they were a band before I joined too, technically. So could have hard to keep because they had some other name before I was in the band too. They were like Stand for This or Stand or Fall or Stand and Fight.
Stand and Fight.
Stand and Fight was actually
but
Stand and Fight was the
Bridge 9, right?
The post 10-yard fight bench band.
That's right.
They were actually pretty good. I listened to that not too long ago.
Yeah, it's funny, dude. Because I like in my office back there, we just call it the library because it's just walls of music and movies and shit. And I have like all these random Bridge 9 records because they used to do the mystery boxes. And so I was just like, I'd end up with all this shit that I'd be like, I didn't even know what this was. Like,
why do I have 10 Dead Swans records?
Yeah, dude. I think I have 2 of the self-titled No Warnings. Like, so I just have one that's like sealed up still, and just like all this random shit. Oh my god! All right, I know I really could keep time traveling.
Yeah,
we got to talk about Drive-By 20 years.
Okay.
How did the idea to do an anniversary show come together in the first place?
We knew we were going to do something. We were hoping that maybe RPM Fest would pan out, but we're not really super active. So we play a brewery show every year in New York with Chain of the Dead. Shout out everyone, Chain of the Dead. So like that's kind of a yearly tradition now. And Bry had put together what he thought a set list would have been good for a 20-year show because we've been writing kind of. So we were thinking about ways to play newer songs and way older songs, like stuff we hadn't played live in a long time. The writing didn't really pan out, but we had like a set list we wanted to do once or twice this year. And it was kind of like getting to like the middle of the year, and we didn't really have a plan for it. So Brian knew when the 20-year was right around the time of that show, so we figured we were just going to do a weekend of Chain of the Dead. So the idea was it was going to be another headliner at the show, but we ended up just putting together with our friends' bands. And yeah, it's just kind of an excuse to put together a set of older songs. Not older songs, but we're more all over the place.
Yeah.
There's a cover on there.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. I'll tell you what it is after. It's but yeah, it's just kind of something that came together because we thought it might be a good idea. And we had to put a show around here anyways. We wanted to play this one show this year.
How'd you guys settle on Taffeta? Because as we were saying, it's like a nice venue and it's pretty a good size too.
400 capacity. So we've played there twice now with pretty positive results. The Summons had like a comeback show or like a something.
Yeah.
Right to 2023, I want to say it was. And us and them, I can't remember who the other bands were. I'm sorry, guys. We played there and like we did a good number there. And it was pretty much like us as they were the headliner.
Yeah.
We were the support essentially. And then we ended up booking it again with us in Dysentery a couple years ago.
Okay.
So we're friends. We've been playing there. We're one of the first shows that happened there before they had their liquor license and everything. So like we've been like not close, but we know people that have the venue. They've had success booking us.
Yeah.
So we were able to kind of get a date we wanted to.
That's awesome.
So hopefully, it seems like buy tickets. Everyone, I'm stressing out about this.
Get your tickets. You can get them right now. Go to any of these links, and most importantly, go to dbbcrash.com/20.
But like we wanted to do a bigger run, and we had to probably keep it around low. We don't really do great in Boston.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard market.
Yeah, we've been around too long, and too many people think people still think less now than before. Think we're like a porno band, or like just think we're like misogynistic, which like again fair, I guess. But
I don't know. Why couldn't it be voluntary?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, don't dig too deep in the old. I mean, now I'm here to confuse everyone with that shit. Right? But we never do great by ourselves in Boston. Like, we can do O'Brien's every once in a while.
Yeah.
We can do stuff like that, but we do better in Lowell. So it also seemed like the appropriate place to do it. Like it started in Drake.
Exactly. That's like essentially a hometown.
Tim's a UML guy. Like we're essentially where we're from. So that's how we landed with Taffeta.
I like that. That's cool. And I know obviously like you just mentioned Chain of the Dead, and of course it makes sense that they're on it. But how did you guys end up like putting that lineup together specifically? It seems like it's all people that are like pretty closely tied to the camp.
Yeah. So Chain of the Dead, Rocco was a loyal Neckbreaker listener. And I never met him. We were on tour in 2017 or 18. We're touring on. What were we touring on? I think we were touring on Crucial Lows, but we ended up playing with him at a place called Champano's with Triple Cripple, and that was the first time I met him. They're selling shirts with Abdul the Butcher. He also knew who I was, which was very strange. But then, like, I ended up like just becoming friends with him online. Like I went to his wedding. Like I'm friends with Steve, I'm friends with Joe, with JP. I'm real friends with those people because of that show. We played so many shows together now that it's like they're best band buds. Like them and the Summon. Like the Summon Dogs, because they've been around.
Yeah.
Whether it be them or the Betrayed since we started. And like Steve's brother. Like I've known Steve since I was 6 as well.
Yeah.
And like I love Sean. I
Sean's
the best. I don't really know who else is in the band right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Summons. Oh my god.
I mean, honestly, and hopefully this isn't bad to say, but like I kind of feel like the Summoned is kind of like the Roots. If you're familiar with the Roots, in the sense that like the Roots is like a big multi-piece band, but on paper the Roots is Black Thought and Questlove. Like they essentially make all the decisions, they carry the torch, manage the business of the Roots and whatever, and then they contract the people to come and play. I feel like with like a band like the Summit at this point, it's very much like Steve and Sean.
Jared's been in the band too. I was spacing on his name. Jared's been in the guitar.
Oh, I guess I haven't met. I probably haven't met him. Oh damn! Shows how long it's been since I've been.
But I don't know that. But like they need to be part of it.
Yeah.
We toured with them at least twice, maybe thrice. Graviton, we've played with a few times. And Apollo, the drummer, recorded Bastard Slime.
Oh, yeah.
So like we're close with him. And Billy, so we've never played with them. I've known Brian for a couple of years now, but I go see them play a lot. And I talk to him and his wife and his cat specifically. Shout out Rudy. I love this shout out thing. And like there's never a chance we were gonna play together.
Yeah.
Like he was in a band called Ghost Planet before that Subsistence ended up playing with, but they broke up. And like I want to have try to make it so there's a hardcore band all the shows that we booked there. We did the Dysentery show, and I would remember the names of the hardcore bands we played, but we would try to like be all over the place.
Yeah.
Because it's boring going to a metal show and having every band be the same thing.
Yeah.
Especially when we're like not really a thing like that. Like, for example, like there was a Devourment show and it was like all Slayer bands, and by the time Devourment played, like, I don't care about this anymore.
Yeah, it's like exhausting.
It's exhausting. Yeah. And it's like a little bit of variety. That's the way it used to be. Like it was all like you would see hardcore bands with death metal bands.
Yeah.
Like when we were like 16, 17.
It's like having the Judgment Day soundtrack in real life.
Exactly. You're gonna go to that?
What?
The Onyx Biohazard show.
Where's that?
Palladium.
Man, if it's a day I'm not booked, I want to be there. That would be so sick.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about that. I think I saw something that Biohazard was touring, but I didn't realize that is insane.
It's so fucking sick, isn't it? But yeah, it seemed like a logical lineup. There was a couple like balls in the air for some other interesting bands to play it, but none of them really panned out.
Yeah.
Or even came close to panning out. So, but I think we landed on a nice eclectic group of homies.
Yeah, it looks stacked.
Yeah, I mean Graviton is great too. Like, Jesus, excuse me, that was weird. Like I know, like I feel like they've been playing for a long time, and a lot of people that are like in my friends group haven't really heard of them.
Yeah.
But like one of the shows, I very rarely book shows, but like I had them on one that I booked in Lowell, and they were great. So
Where do you usually book shows in Lowell?
So
Huh?
I was doing Uncharted when I.
Oh, that's.
I didn't book a lot.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I loved Uncharted. That place was awesome.
Yeah, the last one. So it was like us and American Burn, Shroud.
Is that Remy's band?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that.
Us, American Burn, Shroud, and Graviton.
Damn.
Like it was a real ass show inside of his place.
Yeah. No joke.
Yeah.
Did you say something earlier in the night that Drive-By's done 6 albums?
No. So we've done. We go backwards. We did Best of the Slime, Crucial Loads, but it's kind of like re-recording some drum machine stuff live. We're talking full length. We're talking everything here.
Either way, I mean, what was it? EPs too?
EPs and splits. So
yeah.
So we did a 90s punk covers EP called Spunkorama.
That's awesome.
We did a Graves Misfits cover. We did Family Reunion by Blink-182. We did Bad Habit by The Offspring. We did a really, really fast cover of You by Bad Religion.
Damn.
And there's like a 6-minute Green Day medley with a huge sludge part in the middle. We did a split with Blood of the Gods where we covered each other's songs. This was before Greg was in the band too. Then there was Oozing Doom, Midnight Manslaughter, Sidewalk Re-Examination, Sidewalk Insemination. I mean, there's also some stress factor sets that are out there. If you like your own Soulseek, there's a lot of them.
Damn, shout out to Soulseek.
Soulseek's still kicking, man.
Love that. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff to pull from through the show. So you guys, so the set that you guys are doing this night, you guys haven't played this set.
There are songs that we haven't played since Kim's been in the band.
Damn.
There's one, the cover we haven't played since my 25th birthday. It was at Rockwell's and it went poorly. Yeah, a lot of the first record is very well represented in the set list in one way or another. There's some stuff that we haven't played in a while, like what we was part of the set list before. Like it's a little bit of new stuff, a little bit of old, a lot of bit of old stuff, and some like we cherry pick in between. Like it's not. It's a lot. It's going to be the longest set we probably ever play.
That's dope.
It's not ridiculously long, but it's long for us.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, I do long ass sets sometimes, so nothing would shock me.
We try to keep it to 25. Set up, get the fuck out.
That's I like that.
We don't want more.
It's efficient.
Unfortunately, we have to give the people what they pay for on this one.
That's the truth.
Unfortunately, we have to give it to the goddamn people.
Gotta give the people what they want, man.
Yeah.
Well, obviously I know there's some surprises abound, but is there anything that people should know going into this before they go and buy their tickets tonight, right after this at dbbthrash.com/20?
There will be some things that have never happened before and may never happen again at this show.
Okay.
My mom will probably be there.
Love that.
My brother will be there.
Oh, PVA, the pure American champion.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to have to talk with Pat before he goes there. But
That's, something's never changed, you know?
Well, he went to that's not what I'm talking about, but he went to the dysentery show and he was the belle of the ball. I'll show you. There's an all-time video of Pat during dysentery.
I love that.
It was great. It was great. But like all old friends and everyone in between. Like it seems like everyone that's been associated with us during the 2-decade tenure of this band is excited to come hang out and see us.
Yeah.
And like we're excited that there's a lot of homies that are going.
It's going to be like a remarkable social reunion.
It's gonna be like very like taxing socially.
Yeah, seriously.
But like it's gonna be hard to. I might be super drunk when this happens. I might not be able to stop it because it's just gonna be all people that want to drink.
Yeah.
And God knows I can't say no.
What fun is that?
Yeah, but it's gonna be a good time. Everyone's fun. We don't bring dickheads out. Like it's like a surprisingly like fun, eclectic group of weirdos.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be great. And Taffeta's a gorgeous venue.
It really is. It's continued to like elevate so much over the last couple of years.
Plenty of parking. There's a brewery next door, so you get there early and go drink some Blue Lives Matter beers.
I know.
I'll show you exactly the spot in the venue where I called the guy from the Red Court the R word to his face.
I love. Oh my god. Oh, that's so good. That had to have been like one of the biggest disappointments ever. Like,
Yeah, it really is.
I feel like the Red Chord was like especially like monumental to that early group of you guys. Like, because I remember like not really ever knowing or giving a shit about Red Chord, but like you, Matt, and like Andy Nair were the first like three. Yeah. Oh, that like Dreaming in Dog Years or whatever, dude. That shit is unreal. But it's like what a letdown in life, dude. To be like,
yeah, I get some other stories about I want to tell, but
yeah,
they're not my stories to tell, I guess.
That's fair. Well, this is one of those times where I wish I could be like, well, follow us over on Patreon and we're gonna do the whole shit talk
podcast.
Yeah. I'll shit.
Yeah, maybe that'll be.
If it was my story to tell, I'd tell it. But
Oh,
I have no problem shit talking anyone that I would shit talk about without the camera on.
peace out to Ryan. I appreciate you tuning in. We're gonna be wrapping up too. Definitely go back and check out the opening segments. We did some fun stuff and caught up on a couple of the weeks that we missed out on. Much love to everybody that's tuned in tonight. So I know you hate serious stuff, but I always kind of wrap these things the same way.
Because I hate serious stuff.
I don't know you. I know you long.
Oh no, I'm big on serious stuff now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So you could tie this into like any facet of your life that you want to tie it into. But is there a piece of advice that you could give people that's rooted in an experience that you've lived through?
Oh God. Oh yeah, there's a million things I could say right now. When it feels like everything's falling apart and there's no ways that you see a way out of your situation, the version of you that rises from that, as long as you keep pushing forward, is incredible compared to the version of you that you're mourning. So get over it and move forward, because the result is always better.
I love that. That's so true. You just gotta like be comfortable shedding the you that you don't want to be anymore and do the thing that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Man. I love
Also,
it.
if you want to grow kids, do it.
Yes. Straight up.
Everybody, make sure you guys go get your tickets now. Drive-By Bukkake 20-year anniversary show tickets are on sale right now. dbbthrash.com/20. Get your tickets ahead of time. It's always good to get advanced tickets. Support the artists.
There's also like special edition merch too available.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a high vis windbreaker that says Load Crew on it.
That is so good. Oh man, I love that. Make sure you guys get your tickets. Make sure you guys check out the links right there. You can follow all of those apps. You can follow Jane, follow Drive-By, follow Sepsistic, and get your tickets right now. Thank you so much for not only being on the show and chopping it up with me, but making the time to come up to my neck of the woods to do this too. It's cool. You know, obviously I love doing the remote shows. Shout out to everybody that tunes in remote, but it's just sometimes it's easier to just let the conversation flow and you can literally like see the person you're talking to.
I just want to make sure that everyone knows I'm more dedicated than DBB is.
You heard it first.
Promotion.
You heard it first.
Master promoter.
I like that.
Yeah.
This thing's gonna be racking up views on YouTube in the next coming weeks. Wait till we clip it into shorts.
Oh hell yeah! Hell yeah!
I'm getting there slowly but surely. But I've been doing the shorts, but I always fall behind because I'm just a mess. It's like I do a podcast and then I try to do music and then I try to do the record label and then I do all these. I take on so many different things that
that's the problem with not saying no to any idea that you have.
Yep.
Is that you end up with a lot of half-baked stuff.
Yeah, I'm slowly learning how to like slow the cart down and put things aside. Let them on ice until the time is right.
There's only 24 hours in a day.
Oh, you ain't kidding. You ain't kidding. Make sure you guys go get your tickets. Like I said, DBB 20-year anniversary show on sale now. DBBthrash.com/20.
Thank you so much for pulling up on me. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I hope you guys are happy that we're back. I'm sorry that I took a few weeks off. Like I said, life was lifing, and I just had to figure out how to do this again. I know it was a little different in the spot that I'm in right now. We're going to keep working on the lighting and audio stuff. I'm going to probably be doing the show from here at the Pope headquarters for the time being while we transition Hellhound into a new facility. And so in the meantime, give us your feedback. Let us know how everything is. Big shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight. And we will see you next week. Much love and stay safe. Go listen to good music online. Long live physical media. And
Cody Central is written and produced by Cody Pope for Hellhound Publishing. If you'd like to sponsor the program and have your brand, podcast, or service featured, learn more about that today at www.hellhoundpublishing.com/Cody-Central. Additional ways to support the program include purchasing music, joining our Patreon for exclusive content, or simply donating at any of the links available in the QR codes above.
I certainly feel sorry for you.